Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Advancement Center and to the world of magic and miracles here in this amazing place on planet Earth. It's just the most perfect day to be broadcasting outside. And extra special welcome to all of you. And for those of you, I'm sure you all saw the invitation, the picture of the 3 roses. It symbolized, it represented a number of things for me, just things popped in. One of them was the fact that at this time, Barbara and David and I are taking turns broadcasting. And I always love that, what Robert always said, it's like who's in front of the spotlight, like when you go along your computer with your mouse and there's all the icons of apps and things, and you click on one and it's highlighted, it's the spotlight's on it, it's like hello. And that picture of those 3 roses felt like that, like the 2 are in the background for that moment and the one is face on. And it also looked like a microphone. What a fabulous microphone, a rose. Therefore, the inspiration for your music, your microphone. And it is time for you to take your mic for your own music. There's nothing really left to do besides being there without thought, just being there. Because when you are there and you're connected to your source, the music that comes through you is so beautiful. It takes your breath away. And what just popped in was Barbara's broadcast this last Sunday. It was so powerful for me to watch her let her music come through her. And it was a lovely thing to see and to hear and to feel. It's a myriad of experiences. And I want to thank you, Barbara, for sharing your music with us. It was just so exciting. And for those of you that have seen, if you haven't yet seen it, I would strongly recommend it. But the way is now open for everyone to do that. And it can be a tiny bit frightening sometimes because it's not a planned event at all. And we're so used to the planning and the seeing everything in our mind and thinking we know exactly how it's supposed to go, what notes we should play. That could be a metaphor or not. So I feel like I'm your cheerleader at this moment in time, just encouraging you giving you that leg up over the fence, as Robert has done for us all. And may we continue to do that for each other. And I know I've said this before, but there's something very unique about being here on this platform, transmitting, that is extraordinarily difficult to explain, probably impossible maybe, to putting it into words just diminishes the experience. It gives you a freedom. It gives you permission to be your music, to let your music come through you. And again, it's the only reason it's frightening when you first go to sit here in front of the camera is because it's the mind. It's how incredibly tough we are on ourselves. And as I can't use those words, but the brain is really cuckoo. So the more you can let that awareness come, how cuckoo your brain is, and you can watch it. You can say, hi. Oh, you're making a comment about me. Okay. Thanks. See ya. It's very helpful. Because as you'll see, when you're free, life is easier. There's more laughter. There's more smiles. There's more surprises and interactions with other people, with animals, there's things that will come out of nowhere in your direction simply because you're in your music. You're letting it flow. And for some, it can be an experience like music, even though there's no instruments played. And it's interesting when I get into conversation now and then with someone I've just met, and I'll bring up how much I love live music. It's something that comes up in conversation. Oh, are you a musician? It's such an interesting question to be asked because, of course, the logical answer would be no. I have played an instrument, but I don't now. I don't sing for performance sake. And yet it doesn't feel right to say, no, I'm not. It's a very interesting, it's just a very interesting thing that arises. So I know there's a lot more coming. I know there's a lot more clarity coming in about what that is, not just for me, but for all of us. Because people that play instruments, musical instruments, and have amazing voices do have amazing gifts. It does not mean you do not have your own gifts. It does not mean you have to keep yourself hidden in a closet somewhere or that part of you. And it's not necessarily coming through those medium. It's a permission. You'll see a lot of people. You'll see musicians who have a total comfort being in front of people if they have an instrument in their hand or in front of them or in between themselves and the audience. And you take that instrument away, and that comfort, it's almost like a security blanket. That comfort can go away. So your real music is always with you. You don't need anything for the expression of it. And the more that's fly right up the nose, the more that's seen, the more that's experienced, the more music you will experience. Oh my goodness. The friendly fly is getting very excited. So there's so much going on. There's so much going on the physical plane that can get a bit confusing. It can get very distracting. It can suck you into places that don't feel so good. So that's why, especially at this time, your music and your connection to it is so critical. Because it will keep you connected to what's real. Not this crazy stuff that's swirling around. There's been a lot of it swirling around. I don't even understand a lot of it, but it's definitely swirling around. And, but that the connection, the continual stepping out into whatever it is, into whatever way it is that you connect. And for me, it's always been nature. That's why I'm absolutely loving my new commute, relatively new commute from Solvang into Montecito 5 days a week, Santa Barbara, 6 days a week. Because that long drive with the majestic hills, not really mountains, the ocean that appears for a time, the soaring birds, there's a peacefulness. And it always takes me other places too. I'm not just there. It takes me to all over the planet. It takes me to places I can name and not name. It doesn't really matter. But there's this level of being, of connection to that essence of life that is so easy. It's an instant connection. And you can travel there. You can be driving your car and traveling all over the world. But I feel really fortunate right now to have this constant reminder. Maybe you could call it no, it's not a distraction. It's just a constant reminder that keeps taking me back to what's real. Because you know what that means for you. You know what's real from your own origin. So stay in touch with that. Have fun with it. And I'm telling you, the more you do, not only will your world be changed, it will constantly change, actually, but you will constantly change the world, the worlds of others, either that you come into contact with physically or not. You can reach someone clear across the globe. So have fun with that. Let your life sing for you. Always. And we just had a beautiful video shared between all of us here at the Advancement Center. Was it Emma Fitzgerald, Aretha Franklin, and Tony Bennett singing. Sorry, the names are getting all crisscrossed. They were singing, and it was just such a powerful experience. There's so many ways. There's so many different opportunities. And you may think it's someone else out there, and I think it a lot. Oh, I wish I had a voice like that. But again, that's that silly brain of ours that we just could say, yeah, you can say that, but I'm not going to pay any attention anymore. I'm going to let my music come through me. It is coming through me every moment of every day. It's really wonderful when you do get a confirmation from out of nowhere. It could be someone saying to you, oh my gosh, you have the most soothing voice. It could be a million things, but there will be confirmations. You will receive them. And I just heard, and yes, do receive them. A lot of us, I think especially females, no, I think maybe a lot of humans have a tendency when a gift of love, I'm talking about that pure love expression that comes spontaneously. You see someone and they're incredibly beautiful, and you just come into their presence and takes your breath away for a minute, or whatever it is. And I remember when I used to have these experiences and I never said them. And I got to the point where I said, say it, share this with the person. So there was a filter in there. I don't know why, but there was a filter that would stop me, and it's pretty much gone. Occasionally there'll maybe be a short pause, and then I'll wake up and express it. But there's such an amazing energy, beyond energy, that interaction. And it's not for any reason. It doesn't need a reason. It's just, if you feel it, let it come out. Again, it's like, let your song come out, because you can change someone's entire day. You can change their life. And again, it's not thought. If that brain gets in the way of this, it just goes, it's ridiculous. I think you know what I'm talking about. It's the freedom of a child, the innocence, the innocent expression of a child. There's nothing behind it. It's pure, spontaneous expression. It can be joy, it can be surprise, it can be excitement. You see a child being tickled and their laughter. It's just purely that. And oh my goodness, how many videos have you seen of little tiny ones laughing, giggling? You can't help but crack up. It's like champagne bubbles are coming up inside you, and you just start giggling along with them. So enjoy that place. Have fun with that place. I used to care how silly I might look. I spent years caring silly I might look, because I tend to have that spontaneous energy come through me, and I've had things said and I've been made to feel silly, and I just don't care anymore. So don't care what they say, anybody says. Feel yourself, feel your joy, feel your music. Don't hold back. And that includes interactions with the trees. We support all living beings here by just our presence, but also by those moments of spontaneous gift giving, but it's not. See, the English language makes that feel like it's a thing that has things attached to it. I'm talking about the free gift giving, as a little child would give her or his laughter to you. So we all have so many gifts to give in every moment of every day. May the gift of your music be the most amazing, exciting experience as you continue to unleash it and let it go. And play and laugh and celebrate every moment of every day. So thank you once again for joining us here at the Advancement Center. I'm going to say it once again. You are, each and every one of you, welcome to join us on this new platform. And I strongly encourage, for those of you who have not yet, I strongly encourage it. It's nothing like you think. And that will be the biggest gift for yourself and the rest of us as well. So I'd like to wish you once again a perfect life, perfect health, and a crazy magic future. Thank you.